Hey Ron, this is Austin with Ridgeline Results. I think you spoke with my colleague James the other day about getting you this custom video with some free tips on, how you can beat your competitors out online. So you're probably asking yourself, why would I be doing this and what's in it for me? Well, I'm glad I can read minds because the answer is, oftentimes in the world of internet marketing, most local businesses are too busy running their own business to learn how it can actually work to their benefit. And sometimes, the only hesitation they have to hiring someone is they don't know who an expert is and who isn't. So I have found by giving people an easy blueprint of actual things they can do today to impact their business for free has resulted in some of those business owners being like, hey, I like what you have to offer and you definitely know what you're doing. Please work with me and help me get in front of customers. So at the end of this video, if you like what you see, I'd love to set up a call with you and learn a little bit more about your business and see if we'd be a good fit together. And if you want to take these tips at the end of the video and run with them yourself, that is totally cool too. But let's get started. Couple things I want to talk about today are going to be site content, header content, um, and then the next thing will be backlinks, which are basically a vote from another site to your site telling Google why you should be number one. And then the last thing is going to be a little bit about your local listing and some optimization you can do there to get in front of customers. But let's get started with content. So one thing I do notice on your site, looks like you guys do great work, by the way. But one thing I do notice is you guys don't have an H1 tag, which is your main header, and that is going to be telling Google what you want to rank for. So usually you're going to have it right up in here or probably right away here. And I did a quick little keyword research, and we'll pull it up here. Sorry, it's taking a little bit to load. Let's see here. So yeah, I did a little bit of research in your area in Oswego for fence company, and it looks like fence company near me is pretty good. It gets 40 searches a month. These are, yeah, monthly searches right here that you're missing out on by not being number one on Google. 40 potential calls just in this with this keyword here. So what I would do is take fence company and I would name, header of your site, Fence Company, Oswego, Illinois. That'll help get you ranked for that. You're telling Google what you want to be up there for. Another very important thing is going to be the amount of content on your front page. So Google likes to see at least a minimum of 1,000 words, and I like to usually go a little bit higher than that. I like to go to around 1,500 words on the front page, and that'll in that content you're going to have keywords telling Google why and what you want to rank for. You're telling them why you are the business to be on page one and be the dominant person in your industry in the area. So I notice you do have some content here. We scroll down, you got a pretty good chunk of content there, but we definitely want to add a bunch more to this home page. And then another rule of thumb with that is you want to have your service pages, built out for the different kinds of fencing you do. So I see you do privacy fence, vinyl fence, wood fence, chain link, PVC. You definitely want to build out service pages for those and be like PVC fence contractor, something like that as your header in Oswego. It's just going to help you rank for all those different services whenever someone searches something different. One more thing with content before we move on to links is going to be your meta title or meta description here, or title, yeah. This is your meta description where you can definitely keep your name. You've also got your name up here, but this title you want to name it something similar to what I just said for your site title. So you want to probably do like fence company, fence contractor, Oswego, Illinois. Once again, you're just telling Google why you should be number one and what you want to rank for. And then another thing, I did notice you guys service Naperville and Aurora. So that would be one that you definitely want to probably build service pages out for, or we also build, they're called local local lead gen domination sites, and we build those out. It's a separate site from yours, but it's going to have your logo and everything on it, and we're going to have all calls and emails forwarded straight to your business. It's a great way to take over different suburbs and just build your business bigger there. So as you can tell, content is very, very important to Google, and you want to tell them why you should be number one. So let's move to backlinks. And like I said, that is a vote from another site to your site, telling Google why you should be number one. And I want to tell you, they're not all created equally. So it looks like you've got two here. And we got a low citation flow and trust flow. So Google doesn't really trust these links that you're getting from other sites. What we would want to do is add a bunch of links to your site, getting you to number one, and we want to get them from relevant places. So if you got one from Pizza Hut, it's probably not going to be that valuable. You want links from other sites, relevant to your industry. So you want like landscaping people pointing to you. You want other fence people pointing to you and stuff like that. And also you want to get some local places pointing to you. And that's very, very valuable. And the keywords come into place here too. What we do is we get a link from another site with a relevant keyword, say like fence company Oswego, and someone's able to click on that link and go to you. That's just more relevancy pointing to your site, and Google loves to see that. So what we would do is, I'm sure your competitors have a lot more links. What we would do is we go copy all the links that they have, and I usually, as a rule of thumb for local businesses, I like to throw another 100 links on top of that to make sure we are established in that number one spot, and we're getting you all those future calls. So the last thing I want to talk about a little bit here is going to be your local listings. So we'll go back to this tab here, and your local listing here, you really want to optimize this thing as much as possible. So you want to add all the photos you have, and you want to name those photos. You want to name them, like, say you did a fence build in Naperville, you want to be like new wood fence build in Naperville. Or if you did a vinyl fence, you want to be like vinyl fence build in Aurora. You want to tell them what you're building, where you're working. It just helps you, get ranked in these areas as well. You want to tell them that you service those areas. And that was one thing too I wanted to point out with your site. I think we kind of mentioned it already, but we want to definitely probably have service pages, separate service pages that say you're working in these areas, because one page can only rank for one area. So if you optimize your one page for Oswego, you want to optimize some other pages for Naperville, Aurora, Joliet. Will definitely help you get a lot more customers. And I did a little keyword research on those areas, and their search volume is way higher up in these areas because their population is so much bigger. Another thing with optimization on this is going to be filling it out as much as possible. You want to fill out all your services. You want to, fill out every field that you can in this local listing, because Google loves that stuff. They love, people using and utilizing their platform. It's basically like you're patting them on the back. Oh, good job, Google. We're using all your stuff, and they're going to reward you for that. So that's a couple things with that. And one more before we get off of that, is reviews. We definitely want to get you a lot more reviews. It looks like you got some pretty good ones. 11 at 4.6 is pretty awesome. But we want to get those reviews up way higher. And we can check out, so I just did a little search here, Fence Company Oswego. And these are your competitors. As you can see, they have a lot more reviews. They have 43, 98, and 52. We want to get, more than all these companies. That'll just help us establish that top spot. And that's kind of it for that. If we jump over, I've got this awesome tool here that shows me basically where somebody is and when they search. So we'll kind of start over here. I've got your business plugged in here, and I did fence company near me. So when somebody is on one of these dots or in these different areas, as you can see, this is where your local listing pops up on their feed when they search fence company near me. So down here, these three are really good, or these five, sorry, in the three twos and threes. Like those are good. You're being seen in that area. But what we want to do is get you in the two and three and number, most important, the number one spot in all these other areas. Because, you're going to get all of those searches and you're going to get that first phone call from all those businesses. So it's very, very valuable piece of real estate to be on Google if you're up in these one, two, and three spots all across the map. And I just wanted to show you one of the maps that one of the businesses we work with, and we took them from, all 20s, not being seen whatsoever. And we'll show you here once it loads. We got them to, the top spots all across this city. And this thing brings in, I'd say 40 to 50 leads on pretty good months. And that's just huge. I mean, for the amount of money that you would pay us, it's nothing compared to what you're going to be making on all these potential customers. So as you can tell, very, very valuable. And this one, this is just city limits here. We actually are dominating like the outer skirts of town too, which is very, very big. But yeah, if you liked what you saw in this video, we would definitely love to set up a call with you and talk about some different strategies we have to get you ahead. Um, and if you want to take the tips and run, that is totally cool with us too. We just wanted to help you out and give you some pointers on some things that you can do to, help get ahead of your competitors there. But yeah, look forward to talking with you, Ron. I hope this video helps, and have a great rest of your week. Bye.